Good morning. Well, out here with the doggies. Underneath me, you can see there somewhere. And we're ready to hike the historic Lake Mead tunnel hike, so to speak, railroad tunnel hike. So I love going out here. Fortunately, it's a nice cool day, so definitely want to pay attention to the signs. But wherever you are, I hope you're having a great weekend. And so it begins. It is a beautiful morning out here at Lake Mead. It's about 72 degrees, 6 a.m. Dogs are very excited to be out of the house. Or as my friend Peter would say, out the damn house. And we're gonna get out to those tunnels. See some more great views of Lake Mead, or at least what's left of it. Here we go. So as we do the railroad tunnel hike, just a little reminder that once upon a time there was a railroad here. Steam locomotives and others would bring large sections of equipment for the dam, and they'd come right up what is now a nice road, but there were railroad tracks here once upon a time, and that's what was used to help build the Hoover Dam, which of course created Lake Mead. One of the things that I love about this hike is just the incredible views of the lake from here. You're actually pretty high up above the lake. And you really don't have to walk too far up the trail before you're treated to views like this. Or just waiting for the sun to come up. Probably be up in about a half hour. So when they were building the railroad tracks to go through here, they weren't going to let a little thing like a mountain get in the way. So they either blasted through it, opening up above, or they blasted right through the solid rock to create tunnels, which we'll be going through soon. One of the neat things about Lake Mead is all the wildlife that surrounds it. And so it's not uncommon to see bighorn sheep, probably a horned lizard. Of course, certain times of year you're gonna get to see rattlesnakes, and kind of rare that you see one of these guys. Yep, plenty of sheep, but definitely coyotes. We have lots of them running around this area in Lake Mead, so it's all part of the adventure. And speaking of adventure, so Sonny has not been here before. I'm pretty sure Camper has, and I know that Katie has been here many times, but Sonny's very excited. Well, they all are. It's like, what's that smell? What's going on? Oh, but okay, time to keep walking. All right, here comes the sun. Just around the corner. And it's going to start to light up the lake here. Down here you can see the marina. Now the sad part of this is that the marina used to be way up here, probably about there, But as the lake continues to dwindle due to the mega drought, they keep pushing that marina out further and further. Pretty soon it's going to be touching those islands. But that's what we're just having to deal with out here in the west. It's a cool morning, but the humidity is real high after yesterday's rainstorm. But onward. And we have the first of several tunnels. Again, really nice that we get these views of the lake as we're going in. This is the first tunnel. You can actually see the other tunnel behind it. Now, compared to most train tunnels, like you see in the movies where the hero gets his head, he has to duck so he doesn't get his head bonked off, but the bad guy does. These tunnels are really high up. It's probably a good 40 feet. Just had a ranger pass us on his bicycle. You can see him down there going into another one of the tunnels. What do they say? Just because you see light at the end of the tunnel doesn't mean it's not an oncoming train. Well, no trains today. No trains in decades. But the trains are certainly here. Now, supposedly, certain times a year, there's bats up in those tunnels. And I have never seen any bats up there. But I'm told they're there. Someday I'll get to see the bats. Dogs are still having a good time. All the neat smells. Now, they have had some concerns about cave-ins. That's why you see some of this wooden planking put up, or bracing I should say, just to make sure nothing else falls out of the ceiling. And there we go. We've made it out of the first tunnel. Once more into the light. With more tunnels ahead of us. And Lake Mead, ever present. You can see more tunnels to go. Alright, we made it to the second tunnel. And you could certainly call me batty, but there are bats. Apparently they're only here from May and early October, but given that it's early September, they should be here. So, I don't know if we're going to see any bats in here. This tunnel, they've had a little more issues, I guess, with stuff falling from the ceilings. So, in addition to the timbers shoring up the end, they decided to put a freight container over here. So, you walk through the freight container, there's less chance of a rock falling on your head. I could see where that would be helpful. Almost looks like a Hollywood set. They probably have used these tunnels for some movies. Okay, I'm looking up. I don't see any bats. Maybe they've already gone south for the winter. Sounds like we have some fellow hikers behind us. And we'll keep going. Tunnel 2. Now I've taken this path, this trail, all the way to the dam, which you can do. If you hike to the dam and back, it's a good 9 miles. But you can stop at the dam cafe and have a damn good breakfast or lunch. Here's that container I was talking about, just in case timbers or rocks come loose. You're protected by this, which is kind of a surreal thing to say. See? Dogs don't mind. I'm like, let's go, Dad. Once again, we're out in the light with another tunnel behind us. Moving right along. Now, why does Lake Mead exist? Well, it's for the Hoover Dam to get us electricity. And here you can see the electrical wires. Obviously the dam's over that way, but this is helping to bring power to Las Vegas. And it looks like those other hikers behind us are catching up a little bit. All right. And of course, what do we have ahead of us? Tunnel 3. And as we start to enter the next tunnel, you can see there's another container in there to help people get through safely. And we're not alone. As you can see, there's 2 more hikers coming up from behind us. But that's okay. It's a very popular trail and find lots of people along it. We've already found our first dogs that we met. And of course, my dogs here lost their full heads over it, but it's all part of the adventure, as I would tell my kids. Again, really a big tunnel. And of course, you get some great acoustics in here. This is a good place to practice your singing. For those of you who like to sing in the shower, come sing in this tunnel. It's fun. So viva Las Vegas. Thank you very much. Sorry, couldn't resist. And we're walking, I am very excited about this. I've been through this tunnel so many times, and I've never seen the bats. And they're here, right now. And I'm hoping you can hear them, because they are having a party time right above my head. Well, I'm here in Tunnel 3, and I am really excited In all the years that I've been coming out here, I have never seen the bats before. And they're here, and they're right up there. And if you listen closely, you should be able to hear them. So, see if you might even be able to see. Hundreds and hundreds of bats up here, Tunnel 3, the Bat Cave. I am really excited. Here in Tunnel 3, for the first time of many times I've gone hiking through here, I found the bats. And there are hundreds and hundreds of them flying above my head. I don't know if you can see them, but hopefully you can at least hear them. And I didn't get any bat poop on my head. It's gonna be a great day. And of course now you can hear the helicopters taking off above me too for the sightseeing tours. Well, and as we come out of Tunnel 3, after seeing the Bat Cave, that was something. We see Tunnel 4 coming up. Another thing that's nice about this hike, especially early in the morning, is that the mountains give you shade. So even though the sun may be coming up, the sun stays pretty much over there. Dogs are still having a good time. That's what they do. And yes, Mama says she's special. Okay, actually they're all special. I couldn't just give the patch to one of them. So you can see Tunnel 4. It's coming up right there. And Marina, which looks like it's really running out of water down there. And we just keep going. Another great day here at Lake Mead. Your tax dollars at work. No charge to get to this trailhead. It's just outside the park. Well, part of it, but you don't have to pay the price of admission, so to speak. Okay, so we're about to go through the 4th tunnel. Doesn't have the wooden planks, so it's a much shorter tunnel, and I imagine a much more stable tunnel. So we don't exactly have that metal container to protect us from falling rocks, so hopefully that means there's less falling rocks. I think this is definitely one of the shorter of the 5 tunnels. And coming out of that tunnel, you can see down the path. There's Tunnel 5 ahead of us. So we are getting there, aren't we, doggos? Yep. And we're walking. Okay, we're about 2 miles into the hike, and here we are, Tunnel 5. I don't think we're gonna find any bats in this one. Looks like they're just in Tunnel 3. Now, they blasted their way through these tunnels, and then they sprayed something on the walls to try to keep the rocks from dislodging. But this is the 5th and final tunnel. And temps can get pretty brutal out here, so when it looks like they're going to have triple digits, there's a fence up here that they're closed so people can't enter from this end. And there was that other fence at the beginning so people can't come in from that end. But each tunnel is a little different. But they're all very, very high, so they can get the railroad trains through here with all their stuff to help build the Hoover Dam. Once more into the light. It's a nice little rest area up here so we can sit and relax before we go back. That's how we get back. And those are the doggies. Let's go up here to the little rest spot and get them some water. Well, that's it. We made it through all 5 tunnels. Got to see some bats. Sitting here in a little rest area, picnic bench. Dogs have gotten their water, gotten some treats, and now it's time to go back. So thanks again for coming on the hike with us. And wherever you are, I hope you're having a great day, and happy trails.